Good morning to all of you. I welcomes to all in our lecture series on mechanics, that is your core paper 2, and we are discussing unit B, that means unit 4, and the topic is oscillations. This is our lecture number 13. In our last class, that is your lecture number 12, we started to discuss about forced oscillations. In detail we have been discussed up to this much up to transient state. So I suggest to all of you that before you have to watch today's video, you have to go at least once the last video. So what we discussed in the last class, with a quick revision, I am going to be explain you. Just watch. Actually, if a oscillator is like this, is going to be starts oscillate in a resistive medium. Suppose I dragged this one and I leaved, then it starts oscillates. Let it, this is your mean position. This you just mark this line. Okay, so it starts oscillate, but at the meantime its amplitude gradually decreases and it comes towards rest after some times. Again I am going to show you. Watch. Oscillates, you just to mark that its amplitude, now it is this much, it is going to be decrease. Slowly it is going to be decrease. Now question is, why this amplitude is going to be decrease? Due to the air resistance and the hook where it has been hanged. So due to that, we can this oscillator is going to be found the resistive forces. Okay, that resistive force is directly proportional to the velocity, that is gamma dx by dt. In detail we have been discussed in whenever we discuss the damped harmonic oscillations. So this torque is found due to the resistive nature of the medium or the hook. And the hook, resistive nature of the medium and as well as the hook. Okay, so due to that the oscillation is going to be stopped after some times, right? Now here we can ask to ourselves that what we have to do, this oscillation is not going to be stopped, For that we have to give a external force. If we have to give a external force, see, after oscillating sometimes it is going to be stopped like this. Okay, so what we have to do, if we have to give a external force like this, external force from the outside, then this oscillation is not going to be stopped. Okay, due to this applied force, this oscillation is going to be continue forever. So suppose this external force, whatever I am giving now on this oscillator, suppose this force is represented by a sine or cosine, or suppose that external applied force is a periodic one. Periodic means with a constant frequency this force is applied on this oscillator. Okay, you just see, this is the agent from which I am going to give the force. So like this, with this frequency it is going to be give the force on this oscillator. Then what will happen? So initially this oscillation or the oscillator oscillating with its natural frequency, right? Its natural frequency. After some times it is going to be stop, that means gradually its amplitude is going to be decrease, and after some times it is going to be stop. But at the meantime, if I am going to give with another frequency, see, this is the frequency, I am going to give with another frequency like this. like this, or my oscillation will be something like this, the force oscillation. That means you just watch this pen or this pencil, my force will be with this oscillation. That means this frequency is not going to be match. If we are going to do so, then what will happen? See, what happened? When I initially applied the force with a different frequency, this oscillator is not accepted this applied frequency, because this oscillator is oscillating with its own frequency, so it is not accepted the applied frequency from the outside initially. Okay, but after sometimes it will be oscillate with the applied force frequency. Okay, applied force frequency, right? So whenever a oscillator is oscillating with its own frequency without any applied force, then its amplitude gradually decreases, and this is also the so called your damped harmonic oscillation situation, due to which the amplitude is gradually going to be decreased, and we are going to get the decreasing and decreasing of exponential decaying exponential amplitude decay exponential with the time. The motion therefore after sufficient long time dies down. Dies down means is going to be stop, tends to be stop. So this state is called the transient state. Transient state means oscillation state is going to be transit to the another state, means towards a stop. One is this oscillating like this. This is one state, oscillating state. If this oscillation is going to be dies down, means it is tends to another state. That means tends to rest state. So that state is nothing but called as your transient state. But here today's class starts. Watch carefully. Steady state. You just put the heading the steady state. Now what external force is going to be produced when the external periodic force, I told that this is the force one period with a frequency, with a definite frequency is going to be applied on the oscillator. When the external periodic force is applied on the oscillator, then driving force tends to make the oscillator oscillate with frequency of driving force, but oscillator itself wants to oscillate with its natural frequency. I am going to give a general philosophical idea. For that you can understand well. Suppose this is one school. Your younger brother, suppose 5 years, he or she, younger brother or sister, 5 years, when first time he or she is going to go for the school, he and she has its own frequency, means own you can disturbance inside his mind. He and she could not be concentrate or could not be follow the principle of the school. So you just imagine that principle of the school is one type of frequency. Suppose this is omega s, but your brother and sister is thinking something, because he is so child, because he has prickle mind. So his and her frequency is something different. Suppose that this is omega a. So when this omega a is going to be, so this your brother and sister is going to school, that means mathematically we can write this omega a is going to be go to the school and try to match with the school principle. principle of school is running with a particular frequency, that is omega s. But initially you just think what will happen. This omega a could not be matched with omega s, could not be matched. But school principal is going to be forced to him and her has to obey the principle of the school. So initially days this could not be equal. Omega a, the frequency of your brother and sister, could not be equal to omega s. However, after some days, what will happen? Omega a will be omega s. After some days, you can see that his and her frequency totally transformed to the principle of the school or matched with frequency of the school. Okay. So initially this frequency could not be accept the applied frequency, but after some days this has to be obeyed. Okay, that is when this equal to this, then this will be called the steady state. Steady state. So these things I have been given one example, that whenever I am going to apply the applied force, then initially this is running with this is oscillating with its own frequency, but whenever suddenly I am going to apply applied force with another frequency, this could not be obey, it could not be accept, but after some times it will be accept. So same thing I have been written over here. So about the steady state I am just reading, you just watch, and also you have to pause the video and write down the note which will be essential for your exam point of view. When the external periodic force is applied on the oscillator, then driving force tends to make the oscillator, driving force means which is applied force or the so called driving force, tries to make the oscillator oscillate with frequency of driving force. That means in which frequency driving force is applied, that frequency the oscillator has to be oscillate driving force once. Okay. but oscillator itself wants to oscillate with its natural frequency. However, whatever may be the school principle, but initially his mind is not going to be accept. His mind will be tell, or her mind will be tell, that he and she has to be go with her thought and his thought, right? So here something you can see that, but oscillator itself want to oscillate with its natural frequency, but after sufficient long time the transients dies down. Transient means its own behavior. This is own behavior. Own behavior is telling that it has to be the oscillator. His own behavior is telling that with time it is going to be oscillate and dies down. Transients means the behavior, its own initial behavior is dies down due to amplitude varying or decreasing exponentially with time, and ultimately the oscillator performs oscillation at frequency of driving force. This is called as the steady state. So what will happen? After some times his and her thought is going to be diminished, because this is going to be dominant over this frequency whenever the time passed. Okay, after some days you can found he and she will be informated, accepted, and continuing his and her life with the principle of the school. Okay, so likewise ultimately the oscillator performs oscillation at the frequency of the driving force. This is called the steady state. Let x2 equal to a sin pt minus phi, let equation number 8 be the steady state solution or particular solution. Whatever I told, that a differential equation will be like this, means it has the two parts. General solution will be two parts, will be complementary function and another is particular solution. Complementary function is x1, whatever we have been discussed in our damped harmonic oscillation, and I have been written directly over here, this one. x1 and x2 is in the form of a sin pt minus phi. How it is in other time I can show you, or I can give one example, that if we are going to consider this type of differential equation, then the particular solution will be in the form of this one. Okay, and you are going to be study in your another core paper itself, so not be worry about that, but I will give one example about this type of differential equation, that it has to be a complementary function and particular solution. The particular solution will be in this form, and this will be accepted as your steady state solution or particular solution of the equation number 5, general differential equation, where phi is the phase difference between applied force and displacement of oscillation. Applied force and displacement of oscillation. Okay, we have to go for the next page, and here and a is the amplitude of the oscillation. Okay, so first derivative of dx2 by dt we can found ap cos pt minus phi, let it is equation number 9, and second derivative it will be d square x2 by dt square will be nothing but minus this another derivative minus a p square sin pt minus phi, let it is equation number 10. Now we have to put first derivative and second derivative in equation number 5, because this is our general equation. That means if for this equation it will be a solution, then it has to be satisfy this equation number 5. So we found the d square x2 by dt square dx2 by dt, and we have to put over here. Then what will happen? So here d square x by dt square will be nothing but minus p square a sin pt minus phi plus 2b into dx by dt. 2b into is ap cos pt minus phi, ap into cos pt minus phi plus omega square x, that is omega square x. X means your a sin pt minus phi. Here we are x means x2, right? X means x2, that means omega square a sin pt minus phi, right? A sin pt minus phi. Again I suggest that you have to pause the video and write down the note. Okay, and is equal to f0 sin, equation is sin pt minus phi, equation number 5, right hand side is your sin pt, right? Sin pt. So it can be written as f0 sin pt minus phi plus phi. For simplification I written this like this. Okay, so further next step what we can found, you take this one to the initial, it will be omega square a sin pt minus phi, then this one p square a sin pt minus phi plus this will be 2b a p cos pt minus phi is equal to f0 sin, this is in sin a plus b form, it will be sin a into cos b plus cos a into sin b, sin pt minus phi into cos phi plus cos pt minus phi minus into sin phi, pt minus phi into sin phi. Okay, then we can take from this two terms a sin pt minus phi, then we can found omega square minus b square plus 2b a p cos pt minus phi is equal to f0 into sin pt minus phi cos phi plus f0 into cos pt minus phi into sin phi, f0 cos pt minus phi into sin phi, let it is equation number 11. Now we have to equate. Now equating coefficient of sin pt minus phi and cos pt minus phi on the both side of the above equation. See here left hand side sin pt minus phi is there, here sin pt minus phi is there. So if left hand side and right hand side will be equal, then the coefficient will be sin of sin pt minus phi and cos pt minus phi has to be equal, right? So now we are, if we are going to equate, then the sin pt minus phi coefficient is how much? A into omega square minus p square. A into omega square minus p square will be equal to sin pt minus phi coefficient is f0 cos phi. F0 cos phi, let it is equation number 12. Now on the left hand side you can find cos pt minus phi coefficient is 2ba into p. So 2ba into p is equal to your cos that is your cos pt minus phi, coefficient is how much? f0 sin phi, f0 sin phi, let it is equation number 13. Now what we have to do, that squaring the equation number 12 and 13 and adding them, what we are going to get, what we have to do, squaring this 12 and 13 and we have to add. Means what we are going to get, then a square omega square minus b square whole square plus 4b square p square is equal to f0 square cos square phi plus sin square phi. This will be equal to 1. So that implies a will be equal to f0 square by, see here a square will be equal to how much, f0 square by this much, f0 square by this much. So obviously a will be root over of this one. Root over this one means this is the square. Square will be removed, f0 divided by this one, omega square minus p square whole square plus 4b square p square root over. Let this is your equation number 14. Let this is your equation number 14. Okay, so this is your amplitude. This is the amplitude of forced or driven harmonic oscillator. So in our today class, here we have to be stopped. From the next class, from this we have to be discussed. Okay, so you watch carefully this video and write down these notes, and if you got any doubt you can ask me, we are going to be discussed from today class. From here, from equation number 14, from here we have to be discussed. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.